What's up, everybody? The Bash Boys are back with another episode of the Juan Bash podcast. I'm Rubear, and as always, I am joined with my fighting game enthusiast, 8-Bit Benny, Thug Nuggets, and of course, Jerkweed joining us on camera for the first time ever. We
Woo!
are hot off the heels of the biggest event of the year. Of course, I'm talking about Juan Bash 3, Year of the Dragon. So we're going to be giving you all the scoop, all the lowdown on everything that happened during the event, and all the dirty behind the scenes nonsense that you might have missed out and did not catch on the stream. But first off, we got to give a huge shout out to our boy Sonny, who did a lot of work with us setting up this. So I'll pass it to Thug Nuggets.
Yeah, I just wanted to shout out and thank Moua Image for all the videography he's done for us the past event at Juan Bash 3, and also for the two YouTube videos trailers prior to the event. He can be reached at on Instagram and YouTube at Moua Image. We'll put the link in the show notes.
Moua Image doing quality work as always, making us a legit podcast for once, giving us giving those trailers, giving us those intros. Thanks Sonny and his crew for all the work they did in hooking us up. Um so yeah, I think the point of this podcast is we're just gonna get into the highlights of Juan Bash 3. We're gonna go over the tournament results and everything that happened. Uh so it was a 6-game tournament where we played Tekken 3, Mortal Kombat 3, BlazBlue, Chrono Phantasm, something like that.
Extend. Yep.
And
Mhm.
Killer Instinct 2013, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and
Third Street Fighter
Third
Third Strike.
Third Strike. Uh, our TO has a thing with numbers, so we keep going up in the list every year. Um, so yeah, do you guys want to talk about your favorite moments? Do you guys want to get into the first tournament? Do you want to break it down by tournament by tournament?
Uh,
Do
let's,
you want to do game by game or?
yeah, let's do game by game, and then we'll talk about the moments.
Got it. So first tournament game was Tekken 3, which a lot of people say was the unexpected highlight of the night. I think it was super competitive. I mean, those 3D fighting games, you one hit leads to half damage on everything. So a lot of hype moments with that. And yeah, you guys want to talk us through your experience with Tekken 3?
Sure. Like
Who's first?
yeah, I'll go first. With Tekken 3, like all games that I normally play during the bashes, I don't practice it, but I know a little bit and I've got muscle memory. So like I enjoyed Tekken 3, like coming from the Juan Bash which one was it that I first attended?
Double Impact.
Yeah, Double Impact. Coming off of being the champion for Tekken Tag, I had I used my basics to get where I got, and I enjoyed it, even though I lost in the first round. Um, I lost in the first round, and then got sent down to the losers bracket and made my way up for the from the losers bracket. But yeah, I enjoyed it, pressing one button on Howrang and then pressing two buttons on Eddie and then four buttons on Law. So that was my strategy going into it, and it worked. I think it worked pretty well. But yeah, so that was my experience with Tekken.
I know I was playing a lot of Tekken 8. I played like no Tekken 3. I mean, Nick and I played it a lot when it first came out. So, like, we knew a little. Nick was really good. He still remembered everything. And then I just played Nina like I was playing 8, and it worked out real well. But that was definitely one where it felt like all the games were great. Like, more even level for everybody. Very competitive. It was really nice. A lot of Laws and Eddie, I think. Those are strong characters. So I think, you know, it was. I mean, it was good though, because like I said, everyone could pick up and do really well. So, like almost every match was close, and that's what I like to see is when everything's close.
Yeah, there were some close matches, especially in the finals with you and Benny.
Oh
With
yeah, the
the
double KO, man.
double KO. Both of you had a piece on each set, and then had the final TKO. Like that was crazy.
That was
Yeah.
confusing. Yeah.
It
That
was
was
nuts.
confusing. It was crazy.
So
Um,
for people that weren't there, basically in the finals, myself and Jerkweed, and we got
Losers finals.
Losers final. Yeah,
Losers
someone else was in
finals.
winners final.
losers finals. All right, we got into losers finals, and we John won the first game, then I won the second one, and then it came down to the third one because we were playing 2 out of 3, and we were around a piece, and then on the third round, the winner to take it all, we double KO'd each other. Like it was perfect. Like and there was so much drama behind that where we're like, we don't know, what kind of match settings, match tiebreaker rules, double KO rules. So we had to do it on the fly, and we ended up playing like another 2 out of 3, and John locked it in and friggin' whooped my ass. So
It was because all the madness was settled in. You know, it was
yeah.
But originally I was supposed to take it, so it wasn't too bad. But I was real happy we played another match because I wouldn't want to win like a technicality like that. Like I understand why now. People explained it to me. I technically won one more round than Ken, but it's still not right. Got to do another 2 out of 3. You know.
yeah, we'll probably make that a rule. Like if we have that incident again, we'll just do a tiebreaker.
Yeah, it's such a rare event though. Like it's everything had to line up for it to happen like that.
Yeah, and it did,
should be
So we'll have to prepare for that next time.
should
It'll be like
a
hockey, like in the playoffs, where it just the overtime keeps going and going until we get a winner.
Yeah, that's how I
But
want it.
for me personally, like I was busy like running around that whole night, but I enjoyed seeing people like having fun playing Tekken. It seemed like everybody was enjoying themselves playing the game. Um, I didn't want to go with the crowd and pick like Law and Eddie. I just told myself I don't want to see like all those characters like in every match. So I picked up King because I like the way King looks, but actually takes more skill and work to get him to play properly. And unfortunately, I didn't have that amount of time to prep, but I made it to like I think the second round in winners, and then I went to sent to losers, and then like I lost on the second round of losers. But Ryan, man, Ryan was killing it in Tekken,
Oh
man.
my
He
god, yeah.
bulldozed his way to the championship.
Well, it's kind of funny because I'm definitely not a Tekken player, but I picked up the game and tried to put some time into it. So I was playing, and like everybody else, I pick LOL. So I get the finals. I think I played John in finals, and I end up winning. Send them to losers. John comes back, and it's the most embarrassing performance I've ever had in any.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Had time to I had an advantage by playing like the mid tier Nina. That because no, you were playing probably Laws and Eddies all day, and
It's just like I literally beat him like 3 minutes before, and like John's better than me in Tekken. He deserves a win. And if anybody doesn't know, John won Tekken. So Jerkweed took him the Tekken title. He came back from losers and beat me 4 rounds straight. And like I got the winners and forgot how to play Tekken. I was I completely fell apart. I think I put too much into that entrance. Everything.
Oh, that's right.
was
Yeah,
right before that. I forgot.
we had the entrances in the finals. That
I
was
just had the
awesome.
hype match with Ken though. You gotta understand. Like I
Yeah.
was, you know, that adrenaline going.
But
Yeah.
Tekken was good overall. I think it makes every match can be close, right? Because all it takes is one hit. So even if you're maybe not the best at a certain game, you can pull off wins and you can pull off upsets. And I think, upsets did happen throughout the day. So
Oh yeah. If you watch that Juan Bash video, there's like 2 or 3 of clips of me going no, or like
Was it
like
you who got ran over by Yoshimitsu in 5 seconds? Because that was
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, there was that, and someone was playing Paul that was amazing with Paul that would just
Yeah.
run people down.
Yeah, but I beat
Oh, I
them
missed
all.
that one. Damn.
Mr. Doctor person guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
was really good in like almost every game. He was. Yeah, I'll save a story for later.
Yeah, he was good. I had to take him on the Tekken too. So he was good. I had to avenge Ken. Ken goes into the first round and loses to this
Other
this
guy.
guy
Yeah,
that
previous unknown, new Juan Bash, right? New
Juan Bash,
number.
yeah.
Yeah.
new Juan Basher who showed up in 10. Ken, I think at least I did. I expected Ken to take home Tekken, and then he walks over to me 40 seconds into the Tekken. Is like, I just lost. I'm like, "What?" I was like, he lost to somebody that we don't even know who it is.
He came with Poo Poo Squad, man.
No,
Poo Poo
he
Brothers
was good,
Squad.
but
He was good. Yeah, he was good.
But
He was good in
it was
multiple
definitely
games. So.
it was definitely unexpected from an unknown to take out, tournament favorite in first round.
Yeah, very true. So with that game, wrapping up Tekken, it was John's first title in Juan Bash history, and he actually broke or what is it? Broke a record or
Yeah, I was the
maybe
first person to reset the bracket.
first person to reset the brackets in Juan Bash history. So that was two sweet victories for Jerkweed there. And then now we move on to Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 or Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate or
Yeah, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Yep.
Before we move on to that, explain what the resetting the bracket is for people that might not know what that is.
True.
Okay. Do you want me to break?
Yeah,
So
go ahead,
basically,
go
you have it's called double elimination. You have to lose twice to lose. So what happens is everyone starts
Against the
out.
loser.
Correct. Well, no, you just have to lose twice. Does that make sense? Like you have to lose twice to be eliminated. Not like best 2 out of 3, but you get sent to losers, then you have to lose again to lose. That's the basic premise. So everyone starts out with 0 losses. You play, you get 1 loss, you get sent to the losers bracket, and then you get a chance to fight your way back. But if you lose again in losers bracket, you're done. So what ends up happening is if you play in winners and never lose, you stay on top. But one person will exit the losers bracket, and they will only have lost once. This means when they go to fight the winner, they knock them to losers, and then what happens is they both have 1 loss each. And then whoever gets eliminated next is eliminated. I don't know if someone wants to clear that out better, but
Ryan, you want to clear that up?
yeah, make it more coherent.
I wasn't paying attention, guys.
No. It's pretty good.
Okay,
It's
I tried to explain.
Yeah,
how
it's tournament style, right? And then if you lose in the tournament, you get sent down to another mini one that's called the losers bracket, and you go from there. And if you keep on winning, you can challenge the winner of the winners bracket. Once that happens, if you beat that winner, you have to play another set, which would against the winner because you guys are 1 loss apiece, and that's how that.
But
works.
the winner just has to win once.
Yes,
and then
correct.
Done.
Yeah, because they're double eliminating.
So it's more pressure against the loser.
It's an uphill battle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle. So it gives time for the winner to adjust to his play style.
And the loser came back and won the whole damn thing. It's crazy. So
it was crazy.
All right.
I just had laser focus, man.
So now we got Mortal Kombat Ultimate 3. Ben, you want to start it off?
Oh my gosh. With Mortal Kombat, I literally was like, okay, I know 2 moves with smoke, And then I didn't like my first couple matches. I just spammed, like the same move, and no combos, nothing fancy. I was just like, just doing basics and just trying to throw in these cheap moves. Like the spear, like the get over here, and the other one was the teleport. So I would spam that, and then I won my first couple match. Or wait, I don't remember. Did I win my first match?
I can check the
Want me to
brackets.
check? I can check.
Yeah, if we have the brackets. But I remember just doing that for my first couple matches, and then I went up to Jerkweed and I said, "Hey man, what was that? What was the?" I was
You lost
asking.
in the first round.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah, you
lost.
did.
So what happened was you lost, and I taught you how to do combos with smoke and everything.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I was like, wait, how do you do that combo? Because I was, yes, my first match, I didn't know how to do the uppercut. And then I asked Jerkweed, and I was like, how do you do the uppercut? And then how do you combo? Or like, I said, how do I do this? I know this combo. And then you were like, okay, this is the combo you do after. And I'm like, bet. And I did that throughout the losers brackets. And yeah, and it was a good adjustment for me, because I was like, there's no way I'm losing two in the first round twice and then get knocked out already. No. I needed to get better in that moment. So I learned
Now
something.
you did lose right away to Sean, who was very good at Mortal Kombat. So
Oh, like in the first round.
yeah. Your first loss was against Sean. So
Yeah, I'm going against these ringers. These
If you go back and watch the recap video, there's good footage of you and Sean playing, and you can actually see like Sean doing combos and shit like that. Like he actually understands the game. Like he was legit. So
yeah.
that's not a bad loss.
this was another game where I've been playing a lot of the Mortal Kombat 1, and I'm very good at most Mortal Kombats, but I haven't played Ultimate MK3 since it like came out. So I started the game up to make sure it worked on my computer for Juan Bash, and I loaded up Smoke because I always remember him being good. I learned his one combo. I learned that you can do the teleport into the spear into the combo, and I just used fundamentals from there and did really well. But I will say I had a loaded bracket in Mortal Kombat. My first match was against a Dr. Man Guy person who was very good. Like I wasn't expecting to have that hard of matches at first. Then I went against like TJ and like I had all hard fights in Mortal Kombat, but I still did really well. And like I said, I probably had like an hour of practice tops, but just using fundamentals and that one, it's a 40% combo. It's huge, especially in MK3. So Smoke is very good and easy to play.
Yeah.
Highly recommend if you ever play it to pick him up.
Yeah.
And it was another game where like Nick like never played it, but he was able to just kind of remember how to play Mortal Kombat real good. And there was a lot of people who were really good at it, and a lot of people who they don't like the block button, and I don't blame them. Block being on a button is weird. They fixed it in Injustice. You hold back to block in Injustice 1 and 2, but in all Mortal Kombat games, they have the block button. I don't know why there must be a reason for the way the game works to have it, but yeah, block button's not great.
I refused to block in that game until like my last match, I think.
Yeah, I remember I was like, he learned to block.
Yeah.
Because I ended up in I don't want to spoil the results too much, but I ended up playing against Sean in the end, and it was very hard. Sean's very good at Mortal Kombat.
And you know what's funny is like Sean doesn't play video games. He hasn't played video games since he was like in high school.
Damn, really? Did he play that one a lot? Because he was really good.
Back then, yeah, he was really good. Back in the days, like he was good at fighting games. Especially Mortal Kombat, because him and I, we would play all the time. Like that was our game. Like, we liked Street Fighter, but we were more into Mortal Kombat when we were little, and he was always kicking my ass.
Yuck.
Well, I was weird because I played Street Fighter, and then I really got into Mortal Kombat in the 3D era when Street Fighter just disappeared. And Mortal Kombat, maybe no one likes to talk about it, but Mortal Kombat's kept fighting games relevant. It's an unfortunate truth that
yeah,
that is a chat for a different day, but Mortal Kombat.
I'm agree with that.
It is. It's the best selling fighting game.
Street Fighter has been relevant every single year.
Street Fighter is
ever.
the best fighting game without contest. But
You just didn't
Yes.
play the EX series or the Extra Alpha series.
Which you know nothing about because you failed at the Jeopardy game and Ryan's question.
we all know Skullmania. He's cool.
Yeah. How dare
I
you?
know
How dare you
exactly.
bring things up like that?
We're let's sidetrack. This is for a future day, but
Ryan,
yeah, that's
any,
pretty much all I had to say about Mortal Kombat. I really enjoyed it. I had matches were a lot closer than I thought they were going to be. It was very fun.
Yeah, I don't get Mortal Kombat. I'm glad people who enjoy it get to show off, but like, I'll never be good at Mortal Kombat. I suck at it. Again, if you guys can't take it away, Jerkweed got his second win of the night, beating Sean in contested finals. So he picks up his second win of the night and second dragon title, becoming a two-headed dragon at this point.
Yes, and I've never won a
So-
championship before Juan Bash Tournament. Yeah.
So now this is Jerkweed's second championship. So he's ahead two out of 6 games. So now at this point, John needs to overtake 3 to have a significant lead on everyone. So yeah, go ahead, BlazBlue.
And just
Okay.
we had about close to 30 entrants in this, so
It was a big
winning
tournament.
multiple titles is hats off to you, John. Like,
Oh,
and,
thanks.
and everyone was good. Everyone, we had competition there, and so actually making your way through a huge bracket and winning titles in a variety of fighting games is impressive.
I will say,
Freaking earn that shit.
Yeah. Before I talk about BlazBlue, I do want to say, like, last Juan Bash, I really just came for fun. I didn't have much invested, but after how great it was in the thrill, I really wanted to practice for this one, and I really did. So, and but it was just again tons of fun. I wouldn't have minded losing, but man, I was focused in. I was like, I didn't think I'd win Tekken, But then when I won Tekken, I was like, oh man, I can actually, I can do good today. I got
Dude,
this.
honestly, I think that was the game that lit up your confidence and like because if
Yeah.
it had gone in Ryan's way, I'm sorry, I think you would have been done the whole night.
You're probably right.
Well, John, you proved your point. Take off training for Tekken 4 or Juan Bash 4.
Dude,
How about I'll train heavily in one game?
I didn't even expect that shit because I was playing it. I was like, oh, it's the same kind of people on like Tekken, right? And I admit I came in there like I'll probably win this one, and then I didn't. So
Like I said, man, I played Tekken 8 for like 30 hours, and I picked Nina and then I was like, when I played Tekken 3, I bet she plays kind of similar, and she has way less moves, but she still had the core fundamental moves that made it very easy to pick her up.
mhm.
And she's very mid-tier in that game, but just from me playing so much as her, it gave me a good advantage.
Yeah, that was clutch,
She-
man.
She had weird fucking movements too. Like it
And
was
weird
hard
priority.
Yeah, well, she
Yeah.
has like good starters from low, and then she has like a very good off the ground like attack that does a lot of damage. She can charge up, and
Yeah.
again, I was the only one playing her, so it gave me an advantage. Okay, BlazBlue.
So
You wanna start
BlazBlue
again?
at this point with BlazBlue, we had intended it to be double elimination, but time was already ahead of us, or behind us, I should say. So we had to adjust. This seemed like the longest game to play rounds with, so we had made a decision on the fly to minimize it to single because I mean we didn't think that there was going to be a lot of popularity for it,
Yeah,
but
least
as
popular.
yeah, least popular game, but it turns out that was incorrect. A lot of people were upset, so I apologize for that. But yeah, we had to make it single elimination to go on with the night. So you want to start it off, Benny?
I don't have much to say about that because
Just stop with that. Forrest Gump it. I don't have much.
Yeah.
my God, am I bad at that game? All right. I picked I don't remember even who I picked. All right. I picked a samurai lady with a stick. No, I don't know, staff. right?
Lychee, yeah.
Yeah, and I think I
Why'd you pick her?
Yeah, why'd you pick her?
huh?
It was for her stick.
Yes, it was first stick. No, if you guys don't know about the how the portrayal of women are in BlazBlue is they're a little
They
if,
have ballistics.
yeah, they've got booba, and I picked the one that I very much wanted to step on me. So that, that's why I picked her. And my God, I don't. What does the bracket say? Did I win or lose? I'm pretty.
I'll check the rooms.
Just
I'll
have that
check it.
up. Have that up.
I have it up for Mortal Kombat. I got it.
It is.
I'm pretty.
You lost.
Yes.
Yeah, you lost right away to my brother. Yeah, to Nick.
Sorry. Right away.
And Nick's really good at BlazBlue though. So I mean,
And once again, I lost in the first round, but for this one, I didn't really mind losing because I thought that Guilty Gear translated. Surprise, surprise, it doesn't. And yeah, and that's how it was. And I was just confused, and I lost in the first round again, third game in a row.
so BlazBlue is a game I played a ton when it first came out, the first iteration. Same with Nick. And Nick did very well too. And when I was helping set up with Juan, we practiced like a good hour. I found like a character I'm like, this is great. I can do really well with. And I did it for the first 2 rounds, but then I believe a guy named JB3 destroyed me. I could not win a single round. I could not land a hit. He chose one of the robot characters. It was nuts. I don't know what the hell was going on. He could start combos from any part of the screen. I got wrecked. I couldn't win a round. It was bad, man. That's why I was like, dude, you're gonna take this thing. I really did think the guy was gonna take it. He was really good.
Yeah. Before you got destroyed by him, I got destroyed by him 2 games before.
Supposed to stack the bracket so that we can make it there.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know he was gonna play, and he said he was drunk. So I was like, all right, you're a good filler. So, and yeah, like he says, actually, like, dude, I'm drunk. Like I was like, all right, let's just play. And then like I couldn't even touch him,
No, I
and
couldn't.
and I should have switched characters. I should have switched to the character that Ken picked because I liked her a lot for various reasons. And but I did not, and I got swept. I think he perfected me 1 round on the second set, and I was blown away. I was like, oh shoot, this guy's JB3 is pretty damn good at this game.
And now we gotta take it to Ryan, who fought JB3 in the finals.
So before the backstory before this is Ryan found out that this was the DCBoyz' game. So Ryan made it a point right after Juan Bash 2, he buys a copy of BlazBlue and practices all year.
Wait,
And it's good that he did because man, he was cleaning house in BlazBlue.
Man.
Because Carlos put this on Juan Bash's 3 bracket, and I was like, why are you putting this? I was like, what the fuck is this game? I was like, who plays BlazBlue? He's like, the DCBoyz. So I made it a point to go out, buy the game, join the DCBoyz, infiltrate the DCBoyz, become one of them, and then I'll tell you, my bracket was the most. My path was insane. I had Omar first, another DC boy first round. Then I had
Doug.
Nick, and then JB3. And like all those guys were fucking insane. And I think JB3 might be the best at the game. And I had him first round. And then like I was going into the finals and John just loses to JB3 and he's like, oh, I got swept 0-4, have fun. And I was like,
I mean, dude, it was not. I couldn't even get around. It was impossible. I was like, oh my god.
I'll tell you this, like the first round I played him, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Because I was playing the game, but my training was so terrible that like I'll just play the arcade mode, where you go against the same like 3 or 4 characters over and over again. So I had matchup experience against like 3 or 4 characters. So I didn't know how any of the other characters play. So he might have like perfect me the first round, and I was like, oh fuck. Uh, but then like me and Ken, I know have talked about this. Like if you're out of your element, like just go back to fighting game basics. And like I was very out of my element, but I just looked for patterns and then just started punishing them from there, and squeaked out a win in BlazBlue.
Yeah, man. And I will say, it's funny you say that because that's the best way I would describe it. There was one round where you were literally rushing him down in a corner, which is not your play style. You usually like to let them come to you and zone them out. But I was watching Ryan rush him down in the corner. I was like, oh my god, what's happening?
Changes it up.
Yeah, I know. It was crazy to see. It was amazing. It was, like I said, it was really cool to watch you learn and overcome that because he was really, like I said, I do think he was the best. I think you won with fighting game fundamentals, but he was the best at BlazBlue for sure.
And I wish like Omar and me probably could have been finals too, but that happened first round in the corner with nobody else watching. Like
Oh,
Oh
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
he might have been better than Jay Breezy.
that's how I felt happened in my Mortal Kombat brackets, where Dr. Man was the first one I went up against, and it felt like a finals match almost. It was nuts.
Yeah. I
So that's
well,
cool. So Ryan wins BlazBlue, so now Jerkweed has 2 titles and Rubear has 1. So it's still, we're not too far off there. I mean, it's a close match, but we don't know who's going to win the next 3 now. So we head into the second half of all the games. Ken, you want to take away Killer Instinct?
Killer Instinct. I played that game when it first came out on the Xbox One, when it had like 2 characters. I think it was like
There were 4 or 6 characters. There
it
were
was
six.
something dumb, and I'd never played anyone other than Jago, and I remember Jago from Super Nintendo, and I remember Jago from the N64 version of Killer Instinct, and I was like, we're just gonna stick to that, and he's the most Shoto character. So I'm just gonna keep with that. Then first round, I lose. Right? Wait, no, I win.
You win.
Oh
Yeah.
no, what's
This time you win.
Yeah, this time I win. And it's this game I haven't played in years. When did Xbox One come out?
Oh my god, like 2012, 2013,
Yeah.
2012.
So, and I'm just like, okay, basics, and I win. And I win and I win. And I'm just like, Jesus, this is. And I think, who did I play against who was really good? I played against some people who were really good. And
Flame MP?
Flaming. Yeah, I think Flaming.
That should have been pretty good at it. Yeah, because he played it a little bit.
But yeah,
And then after that, it was Tendo Mibu, also known as
yes.
Super Tendo.
TJ is very good too at everything.
TJ, yeah, TJ.
Yeah, yeah. The TJ match was a little bit like, I don't know. I got a little toxic there, at the end, but mainly because like I'm not used to people like teabagging on me, right? And I'm just like, what the hell? And so at the end of the match, when I won, I teabagged, and I was just like, oh. But we're all in good fun. But I very much was like set off like, what? Who's teabagging me? So yeah, that was a little bit of a thing, but yeah, it's fun. Killer Instinct, that's just not my type of game. I had to ask Jerkweed again, like, how do I do a combo breaker? like halfway through.
Just mash, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like,
Most people are just mashing and doing combo breakers, so.
Yeah, I was just like, please? Okay, go.
Most people will do mediums, I'll say, in that game. If you want to mash out a combo breaker, it's going to be either medium or heavies. People very rarely do light combos because there's not a lot of openings for them.
Yeah. That's what
Killer
I was
Instinct, Yeah, Killer Instinct's a game I put a lot of time into, especially when it came out. It was one of the few games I played on Xbox One. And then when it got announced for this, I've been playing it for like a month or two beforehand, and I love this game. It's really, really good. Like, it's really well made. It's made by people that really understand fighting games. Like, it's really good. There's a reason people still play it. People love it, but the support was not there because it was on Xbox One, which no one owned. So it is sad that it's been under the radar for so long, but the game at its core is just fundamentally really good. And I was really happy to play it and see it there. And there was a lot closer matches. Adabel with Riptor, just learning how strong Riptor's heavies are. She almost took me around. It was crazy. And we're talking, I have like 80 to 100 hours in this game, and this was the first day she played it. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose.
No, didn't she get a set from you? Wasn't it 1-1?
No, she didn't actually beat me around. She gave real close. You got a set for me, which
Oh yeah.
He almost beat
Yeah.
TJ.
What's up? Yeah, I mean she ended up, I think she almost beat Ken too, right? But yeah, I mean she did really well.
No, because
Oh no, TJ beat her, okay, and then Ken had to
TJ
beat
beat her,
TJ
and
again.
then yeah.
I ended up
so
with Ken in the
Adamo-
finals.
Yeah, Adamo made it to the finals, semifinals, and then she got sent to the losers. Won there, and then beat TJ around, and then eventually got taken out. But man, she took me out of the winners bracket. Like I won the first set against her, and I was like, all right, I think I got this. Well, apparently I didn't, because I had no answer for her. Like she was
Riptor is
combo
good.
she was combo
Riptor is good
breaking
for the buttons that she was
everything I
using.
did, and I just could not stop. Like I swear I was frozen a few times. I just didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
And,
it was crazy, bro. We were watching like her play, and I was like, "Whoa, I'll lose to this. I'll lose to."
It was also watching her figure it out so quick. It's just like watching
Yeah.
Ken learn the game in real time was awesome because he ended up in the finals, and it was because he just slowly learned the game over the tournament.
yeah, so I'm really happy for her to dominate in this game, even for a first timer. Kudos to Spicy Chalupa. But after that, yeah, after she sent me to the losers, I had Juan Cadiz, my brother-in-law. We met a few times in this tournament already. Like he took me out of losers in Tekken 3. Mortal Kombat, I was able to take him out. Everything was close. But then we met in the losers bracket, and he was the Killer Instinct 2 champion in Juan Bash 2 of last year. And it was a really close match. It went down to the wire, and I ended up winning. Um, and I was sweating in that one, man. I was nervous. But actually, I'm sorry. I played him after I played Ryan, and that was actually my favorite match of the night, playing against Ryan. Um, I was just it was so much fun. I was very laser focused, and I don't think we played KI, man. I think we just played fighting game because KI is all about combos and being crazy, but I feel like I slowed it down, and Ryan's always slowing the game down. And so, unless things were just moving so quick, and I just felt slow to me, but that's how I saw it as, and I had so much fun, and it could have gone either way, and I ended up winning that, advancing, and winning against Juan the next one. But then I got wiped out by TJ on round 6.
Yeah, round 6, everybody. There's a lot of people playing in the tournament.
I will
There was
say,
a lot of people, man.
Killer Instinct, if at the highest level, is not combo because you don't want to risk getting combo breakered at all. So if you watch the highest level, they end combos ASAP with heavy damaging combo enders. So when you said that you guys stopped doing combos and started playing, I mean, not to like stroke your egos, but that's what they do at the highest level. They don't want to. No one wants to chance combo breakers or anything.
Oh, that's what it was. Highest level of plays.
They were figuring. I will say Ryan picked probably one of the hardest characters to play in that game. I was really surprised by it. Probably the biggest glass cannon character I've seen in any game. She's quite difficult to play as, so.
Who is that?
I picked Mira.
Oh,
like a vampire.
the vampire lady. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
if she doesn't land her hits to get her health back, she's in trouble.
Yeah. And I lost the first match to TJ, and I thought it was single elimination. I thought we were doing single elimination for this too, and like I almost went outside and started crying. I was like, no, like I lost in the first game. Like I was so fucking devastated, and then like I lost to Carlos in like such like a close match. We both had like a chip of life left on, last set, last match, and just like, oh, it was a heartbreaking match for me. But I was definitely outclassed in that game from the top tiers. But it was fun. Again, John clutched it out.
The three-time.
Come three-time champion. Revenge the
You
teabag.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, avenge the teabagging.
That's the Marvel vs. Capcom story. Is the
Oh yeah,
Avenge the
that's the avenge.
Oh, that's the next one. So now, John, you're up. What, 3-1?
Yep.
1 to Ryan, and then 3 to you. So
And
far.
for the record, I was still like very nervous. Like I knew I had to win Killer Instinct because before this we had played, and TJ was very good at Marvel. Like I didn't get to play him like until the top 8 or whatever, and I was like telling Ken, I'm like, I have to win this if I want a chance, because I don't think I'm winning Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right. So then this Killer Instinct match or tournament was very important to you.
Yep.
So even though you're up 3-1 to Ryan, you're still not out of the woods here, because there's 2 more games that could be.
And Ryan's
won
good at Marvel too. He was
by
using a
Ryan.
similar strategy to me.
All right. So now we're at MVC 3.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the inferior of the Marvel vs. Capcoms.
I got this from GameStop.
Because we know. Oh, the Marvel vs.
Nope.
Capcom 3.
I love 3. It's my favorite. I like it more than 2. I'm sorry, that's blasphemous.
It's the
I'm fine with it,
It's the worst of, in my opinion, is the worst of the Marvels. Number 1, 2.
What about Infinite?
Infinite no. Marvel 2 is number 1. Infinite number 2.
What?
And then Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is number 3.
You think Infinite's better than the original Marvel vs. Capcom?
That's insane. No, I do not. That was a bait. I do not think that.
Infinite is hot garbage, man.
2 for me is 2, 1, 3, and then Infinite. You get the hell out of here. Don't give me.
Okay, thank you for. I thought you were being serious. I was like, what?
Don't give me your. Okay, listen to me. You see, I have like collector's editions back here, right? I got like ones that I don't. I got a For Honor one. I got a
Overwatch. That's a Juan Bash game, For Honor, dude.
It would be probably at the Benny Bang Bus, but
oh hell yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
So I get collector's editions, man, and I was excited for Infinite because they were like they're gonna give you the Infinity Stones, bro. Like I was like, I'm in it, right? I even have Thanos' glove right over there, right? I love freaking Thanos, right? I love Marvel, and when that shit came out, I bought it. I was like, yes. I opened up the little fucking chest that it comes with, and I swear to you, I looked at it and I said, these look like fucking Easter eggs. You know those plastic plastic Easter eggs that you get at Easter? They look like that, and I'm like, oh hell no, bro. So what I did is I got that collection edition, and I returned it same day, GameStop. They were just like, what's wrong with it? Did you open it? And I said, no, I did not. But I did. I said, I just don't want it. So, and then basically I suck at Marvel vs. Capcom 3. There's my portion. Okay.
Wait, the guy who said that Doom and Zero are trash characters in 3?
I did not say Doom. I didn't say Doom.
Yes, you did. In your top 5 worst fighting game characters.
No, Doom is my favorite.
I know. Wow, you thought he was bad though in Marvel 3, man.
Oh, he's too
It's
slow.
been a
And
long
zero.
podcast.
And
Oh,
zero.
three.
Zero is also bad, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
zero's
it's
trash.
real
Zero's
bad.
trash, bro. Zero, he can't do nothing. He sucks. Give me Marrow back over Zero or Jin. But yeah, okay. Go ahead, John. I don't
Yeah,
care.
this is a game I love. I played it a lot when it came out. I played Ultimate a lot when it came out. I was very happy with it. I was very confident going in. I thought for sure I was the strongest Marvel player. I know I am among us, and I didn't know about TJ, and then TJ was scary as all hell. He was very, very good at the game. So I did really well until I played him, and then he beat me 2-0 and knocked me down to losers. This was after, I think outside of like my brother, I don't have too many close matchups. Like he knows how to play against me, but I'm like really above it, and I got knocked 2-0 to losers. I think I ended up in the, who did I beat in the? I was so focused on getting a rematch, I can't even remember.
You
Like,
played Nick.
was it Nick in the finals, loser finals?
Yeah. Lose
Yeah,
finals.
so I had to play Nick and then to go back, and I thought I was gonna lose. Um, but when I went in there, like I said, I thought I was gonna lose, but this was my favorite match of the night. I saw him; he picked like a joke character. He's good at the game, so he was very good with the joke character, but it was kind of disrespectful after he 2-0'd me. So like the moment he chose it, I was just like, I went to like OG John, OG Jerkweed. I went to like when it came out, and then I just laser focused in, and then I took the first round, I took the second round, and then he switches off the joke character, and then he gives me like his real team. But at that point, it's like too late. I'm like, I'm focused in, and I'm like, I can actually win this. I'm as good as, if not better than him. I can run it back. So I got my confidence back, and I had momentum going, and I just ran it again. So I had another 4-0 reset, and it felt really good. Like it was a game I really wanted to win. I talked myself out of it. I thought I wasn't going to, but it was really nice to just kind of get back in this old mentality of when the game came out and I was in my prime. It felt really good. So that was like
That
my
was
favorite
awesome.
reset of the night.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was another record broken again with the second reset of the night. But yeah, when I saw you two play in the finals, like I think he cleaned you out pretty quick, didn't he?
The first time I fought him, it was 2-0, not even close. Like he destroyed
Not
me.
even close. Yeah,
Like it was
and
not even close. I mean, he wracked me.
I
I
was like,
think
damn.
it wasn't even close. So that's why I think he changed to Phoenix, right? He's like, I can just beat him again. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Something happened where I teleported back to my prime UMBC 3 days, and I was capitalizing on every happy birthday. I would X Factor to kill a character. I was playing perfect, and I was able to run it back and felt
Yeah, that
really
was
good.
cool. That was cool. Like, so I got, you know, the only disappointment I think of the night, and as far as this one was like, this tournament was running pretty long, and
Yeah,
there were already people that were already had to leave, and
it was a marathon.
so only the Wolf was in the semifinals, but he had to leave. Um, I would have loved to have seen how he would have played because I played him in losers and he was pretty damn good. And I don't think he was using his serious characters. So I was really curious to see how he would have done. It could have been a different story, you know, with a lot of the matches in the losers bracket. But as far as me, he sent me to losers. I beat Venus Toys first, and then I played only the Wolf, and I couldn't handle him. I could only kill like maybe one of his characters each set, but that was it. So then I got sent to losers, and I saw No Limit. David was killing it, and I was a little worried about playing him. And then when we finally met in the losers bracket, it was a very close match. Like it was tough. It took a lot of patience, but it was a fun match. That was actually one of the matches that I enjoyed playing against. But right after him, I had to play Nick, and that's actually probably, if it's not tied with the Ryan match and Killer Instinct, I think that was my second favorite match of the night. I mean, it was so freaking close. Like I have a hard time with No Limit, and now I'm playing Nick, and I think he won one or I won one first, and then vice versa, and it was just the final third round to decide who would advance, and
The
he
match
did.
was close. I mean, there was one that ended in timeout, and I think you
Yeah.
were
Oh, that's
winning the
right.
timeout, and then like in the
Yeah.
last 3 seconds, he managed to knock off enough to win, and it was crazy.
I just remember, did I win with one character against him, or was that with
I
David?
I can't. I mean, that might have been David. 'Cause I can't remember though. That
Oh
every
yeah,
match
that
with
was
Nick was close.
that was
I
with
do know
David. Never
that.
mind. Yeah, like he killed my two characters, and all I had left was Doctor Doom. And when I had Doctor Doom, all I kept thinking about was Ken. Ken, Benny can dominate with Doctor Doom. Maybe I can. And that was
I'll
awesome.
die.
But yeah, the Sir Nick match, man, that was pretty damn close. And then he goes off to play against Rubear. Yeah, Rubear, how'd you do in this? Or how'd you feel you did?
I I hate Marvel 3, but I think I picked up a strategy that was working, so it was getting me. I was like getting pretty convincing wins, and then I go against TJ, and I beat him a game. I beat him the first game, so I'm like, oh, like shit, like maybe fundamentals could get me through this, and I can steal a win from TJ. And then like he just started doing one touch death combos on me. Like he really had an understanding where he was calling in all of his characters and doing assists and all the shit I didn't know how to do.
Yeah.
So he sends me to losers where I played Nick, and then me and Nick go 1-1. We're last character each, third game. There's like 3 seconds on the clock left. I have a slight life lead, and he just comes in with Hawk and just smashes me with like 1 second left to get the win. So
Yeah, I thought that was good in timeout, but the match ended. That was nuts.
yeah, it was hats off to Nick. Nick's the man. So
Yeah.
that was an awesome win. That was an awesome match.
Yeah, friggin' TJ and Nick. Watching them play, like I'm just like, geez, like I'm glad that I got my ass whooped in the beginning, because I would have lost to whoever else, to be honest. So, but yeah, Marvel's not my game. That 3. Give me some time. I'll do stuff with it, but it's not gonna happen.
Do it.
Nah.
3's great, man.
All right. So now this brings us to the final game of the night.
Oh,
The titular game.
if you didn't get it from that, John went ahead and gets his 4th victory of the night,
All right.
sealing the championship trophy for him and the belt.
I got the camera just in time for this.
Damn, we should have waited to the end to tally
No,
it up.
people already figured it out. It's 4-1. It's a statistical impossibility here.
Damn, that's his new nickname. The what's it? The impossibility. What? The statistical impossibility.
Statistical impossibility here, but this was the titular game. I think this was probably like the hardest game, and I think winning this one means a lot. So I don't think it was. No one really cared that it was the fight for the belt was over.
We could have done some shenanigans, like some Patriots math, some Big Papa Pump math.
We're gonna have Juan's gonna do some statistics on how we did overall, and we're gonna see. It'll be real interesting to see how well everyone did.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
our last game of the night, the best game of the night, I think.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, yes, of course, Street Fighter Third Strike. Yeah, that was my favorite one. That was my wheelhouse. That, like, it doesn't matter how long I haven't played the game, I still have my basics, and even like any of the Street Fighters. Like, my gosh, I love Street Fighter. And yeah, I had some battles, but actually, it's hard for me to kind of remember a lot of the night.
Why?
For
Yeah.
some reason,
For some reason, it could have been foul play. Who knows? So I could
I agree. Conspiracy time.
I could have been set up for failure. Somebody feeding me drinks.
You are a hope. I gotta get my brackets loaded up once.
But I actually don't remember a lot of the night in terms of like the fights. But yeah, I remember having the most fun on Street Fighter because I was the most comfortable playing that. We had some battles. I had a good one with Carlos, and that one was yeah, I was freaking nervous every time. Like if I had to fight, like when I had to fight Carlos, I had to fight Nick, and then I had to fight um Ryan, and I'm just like, this is like, I got nervous. I don't know what it was, but it was mad fun, like having having to fight each of you. Like we all got into the semifinals.
yeah,
all
we were
four
the
of
top
us.
4 in the winners. Like,
So, but yeah, I think my favorite one was my favorite one was with Carlos. I performed poorly when I was fighting Ryan, and I just couldn't figure out friggin' Yun, because the last time I fought John when he was playing Yun was like months ago, right? And you were just trying him out at the time, right? So
yeah. I mean, I didn't, like I said, I hadn't played Third Strike since the HD edition came out, and then I practiced for Juan Bash.
sure practice.
So then, how'd you do against John in the losers final?
I lost. Okay.
I was expecting you to beat me, honestly. I know you're better than me at Third Strike, I think. So, but I practiced a lot of Third Strike. Let me tell
I
you.
just wasn't used to it, and like the movement, like getting back into the groove of like Third Strike, and then having to relearn a style that I wasn't used to, like fighting a Yun, like in that kind of situation is not good for me as someone who doesn't practice, right, and doesn't familiarize or memorize like the movements. Like that was rough. It was, I couldn't figure it out. So
Oh man,
Young strong man.
He was good.
And then yeah, so Third Strike is one of my favorite games of the night. This was really hard for me bracket wise. My first match was against Doug, which every single round was down to like this much health on each of our bars. Like I don't think too many people watched our matches, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I know
unfortunately, I wanted to see that one.
I know Matt did, but it was, you can ask Doug. Every match was like this much health on each of our bars. So I had to start out with my most stressful match of Third Strike. It was rough. I mean, I think he should have beat me, especially the one round, but I think he kind of slipped up a bit. And it gave me a chance to warm up though, because after that I did very very well through the whole thing until I think I ended up against, who sent me to losers? Was it Ryan? Yeah, because the top 4 was us, and I beat Juan. I sent Juan to losers, and then I went up against Ryan and didn't do too well. Ryan's a lot better than me at the Third Strike. And then I went to losers and did very well again. Ended up against Ken. I didn't know how well I do, and it's like he doesn't know Yun too well. Like he didn't practice, so I had an advantage there. So I went back to Ryan, and this was not like Tekken or Marvel. I did not run it back. I got annihilated. It was not close. There was no magical fairy tale moment where I run it back. I just get destroyed.
You won one round, John.
I won a round and I was happy.
One round and that was all you got.
And I was very happy for that
And you
round.
fought him what, 2 times? Yeah,
I just can't believe how good is it. Her back medium punch or
Yeah.
I mean it had priority over my EX moves. It was nuts. I can't. Chun-Li's normals are insane. I have a hard time. I know Yun dive kick is very good against Chun-Li, but everything I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. He's too good.
Yeah. I mean, this was my favorite, like the game I was most excited for, because I knew we had so many good people. Like everybody here is very good at the game. I know Nick's very good at the game. I know TJ's good at the game. TJ was in finals of the Juan Bash 1 and Third Strike. I know Juan, I was giving him kind of tips of what I think he could do to win. I think it worked. I was like, pick a Kuma and just do neutral jump air balls over and over again. Like, and it was like, man, that shit worked. I'm like, yeah. Like people get annoyed by it. So this is like the only game I knew where like how good people were, and so
Doug
that's
was
what
really good. I don't think he ever played Third Strike. He plays a lot of six, but he did really
I'll.
good. He knocked out TJ in it. Yeah.
Who did? Doug?
Yeah.
Oh, and the losers? Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
did knock out TJ and losers.
I think he did good till Juan Carlos crushed him.
Yeah. It's funny because I was training against Chun-Li this whole time, so I knew how to play against her. And I didn't get to play against her.
Oh damn it!
No, I'm just talking shit. I had a lot of fun playing it, but you know, so here's the difference. So this game made me nervous, only because like this is the one game I wanted to do well at. I didn't get to practice it as much as I wanted to, which was really disappointing, and those thoughts stuck in my head. Um, so I was actually trying to learn to play in the first, not trying to learn, but like trying to remember like all the stuff that I could do with Urian in the first set, and then playing against Sean. I mean, that was a close match too. But I was just trying to work on my execution, and I was messing up a bit. I wasn't using much of my normals, but then when I finally got to John, I won the first set, but then I just collapsed afterwards. And you did make an adjustment there because my headbutt, you knew that when I do the headbutt, I want to throw you, and you already teching my throws, and so I had to adjust to the overhead, but I didn't know how to respond afterwards. So I got sent to losers. Then I played Doug. With Doug, I just knew that he was very impatient, so I just played a more patient game. Um, and then when I went against Ken, and the Doug match was a pretty solid one too. It was for me, it was entertaining. Just if I wasn't playing, just to watch it, I felt it was a very fun game. But when I got to Ken, the backstory is, 2 nights before I started to play online, and I ran into two Ryus who were really, really freaking good. And they whooped my ass pretty damn good. Especially your super, the Shoryuken that you do, like that guy
Yeah.
kept catching me with it, and that stuck in my head. Um, so I just didn't know like what I should do. Like I got frozen for a bit, so I completely forgot how to really play like my way of playing Urian. But I did remember to parry because playing against that guy, like I was learning to parry against like a lot of his moves. And I remember Ken was getting upset with like you're parrying me? What are you doing? And it was only because I was playing against those two guys who were really good.
Yeah.
So I got taken out, but I'm happy with what happened. I could see my progression in this game. There's so much more I can do. But so hopefully this is not like the last time I get to play Third Strike competitively, because I really like this game. Ryan, what are your
Yeah,
thoughts on the tournament?
thought I shared mine, but
You gave like a very small brief. You did it
Yeah,
out
it
of
was just
order.
brief.
You got to go again.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Return
I
again.
mean, s- some of my thoughts are Doug must not play the game at all because me and Ken were sitting there watching Doug versus Carlos, and then all of a sudden Doug does Chung Lee's Super 3.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
I just turned to Ken and I was like, did he pick Super 3? I was like, I've never seen like I like Justin Wallen will pick like Super 1 for like certain matchups like Hugo matchups and like very specific stuff. Like Super 2 is obviously the best one and what you want to go with 99% of the time. But I've never seen anyone pick Super 3. So once he put out Super 3, I was like, what the fuck just
Yeah.
happened?
We both were
So-
looked at each other like, huh? Like, okay, sure. But you
Yeah.
know, like maybe he likes the flashier move because it is the flashiest one.
He definitely he may not have done research because he definitely practiced a bit. I mean, he not. I mean, probably just a lot of Street Fighter 6 holdover from Chun-Li, but yeah, he did
That or
very well.
he didn't know which one was
But
Super 2.
He
Because
always
I,
was
I
Super
think
2.
I said something in that first match, like, you picked Super 2 or Super 3? Like, and then he finally picked the right Super afterwards.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
Well,
like,
against me, I told him to
and I
pick
was
Super 2, I
waiting
think.
for him to do the Super 2 because I wanted to parry the last kick so I could go into my Aegis.
Man, I did that against Wall when we were practicing. I wanted to do it against Ryan. I couldn't. I dropped it.
But Doug's got great fundamentals, like especially with him practicing on the hitbox. I was seeing like he was, you know, confident in parrying. Like I'm not confident in parrying if I'm on a controller. The only time I'd be able to parry is if I'm on a stick. So like I can imagine like the timing it takes and the discipline. So yeah, Doug like I would always talk like shit to him a little bit like during the match, like, what's going on, man? When are we gonna what's going on? He's like, I'm trying, you know, and yeah, he's really good. Like he's one I like to watch play, especially the way that he plays on the hitbox. So
Yeah. I'd love to do like a low tier third strike tournament or something like that. But that would leave us with like 12 characters to pick from or something like that. Like we're like, you know, there's only like 19 characters to begin with. Like if we root out like 6 of them or something like that, that doesn't give us much
What
of
do
a
you get
chance.
with like Makoto, Chun-Li, Ken, Yun? Just
hey,
My
Buki.
list would be different. I'd get rid of Young Yang, Chung, Yurian. I'd get rid of Ryu and Ken. I'd get rid of all the Shotos if we're doing a tournament like that.
Makoto's real good though. You gotta get rid of Makoto.
Yeah, but
I,
she's like the way you use Makoto is like really it's different. The playstyle is
Yeah.
so different. It's very patient.
yeah. So we can have a 5 character third
We'll have
strike.
Sean versus Necro.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll continue. That's for next time. But geez, I very much enjoyed friggin' Third Strike. Third Strike is always like the game that when we play, we're just like we don't know who's gonna win, who's gonna be on, right? Uh, and yeah, it's just really fun. The whole event was great.
Yeah, I didn't practice Third Strike to win. I practiced Third Strike to do good and to do better in the future. Like it would be very nice to be good at Third Strike for the foreseeable future. So I knew going in I probably wasn't gonna win, but I did want to do well. And I did want to practice for, you know, the future. So very happy to do it, and hopefully we do go back to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good performance by you. So Ryan Rubert wins Third Strike. No surprise there. But
But where's your
now,
other we had a special trophy for
oh
winner of
right,
Third Strike.
there was a special trophy for Rubert.
I'm surprised it's not
Unfortunately,
hanging up on the wall.
there was only like 3 people left
I had a speech about
watching.
how Third Strike's the hardest game, so we made a special trophy to get there because it was just the most competitive and hardest, and it's really hard to get there if you don't use a character like Ken or Chun-Li. Now, I made the award before I knew Ryan was going to win, so it was a little awkward.
But he was right.
I would have been pretty upset if you beat me and then gave this to
Dude,
me.
if I actually beat you, I would have pretended like it didn't exist. I'd have been like, we gotta bury this.
I would
I would burn it. If you somehow choked against me, I'm like this. I think I would get my ass kicked.
Yeah. John was making me nervous. He was like, "Can I roast you at the the Juan Bash?" I was like, "Yeah, man, but I bite back, so just be careful." But thanks for the plaque. Didn't need to use Chung-Li as a crutch.
As a
Lee,
crutch,
sorry.
yeah.
It's Crutch Lee is what we.
Crutch
You know.
Lee.
I didn't know you were gonna win. You know, I just wanted to award whoever got there without using her. You know.
Like the funny thing is I was planning to use like Elena until I got to the upper matches. But I'm like, man, I'm gonna look like a fucking dick if I lose. So I'm like I just gotta go straight Chung from the very beginning.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's like me losing Puyo Puyo Tetris. You don't want that moment.
Nah,
That's the dumbest ever. I was literally about to give all the money in my wallet for a rematch.
That was
I'm like,
funny as shit.
no, dude, I still
The
lose
one
sleep over it.
game you talked so much crap about that nobody could touch you and
Like,
Ryan
dude,
beat
this
you.
this means nothing compared to me winning Puyo Puyo. I would rather win free than have this amazing, phenomenal belt.
you never get that rematch.
I won't. I'll never get it, and I'll always know I lost at a game I'm like a god at. I'm like, what happened? I lose sleep. It's not, Oh,
Hey.
So
Yeah.
that wrapped up the tournament for us at
2:30 a.m.
4 wins for Jerkweed and 2 for me. And that's 4 fucking wins
That's so impressive.
Thank you.
in the variety of games that we had. All the games we had, like, I feel like we had a good spread, that we had a game from each kind of
Anime, 3D, Mortal Kombat, yeah, person
uh,
game.
you know, it's not 6 Street Fighter games, it's 6 very different games, and to win 4 in a field of 30 plus people who are all very good at the game. And
Oh, I'm blushing.
no, I'm just, and this shit was like, it probably took, how long this tournament
12
take?
hours.
And we started at 1. I think 1:30 technically.
13 hours.
Yeah, it was a marathon. It was.
So just getting through bracket, like, and not getting upset, and to do it without getting tired or whatever like that, like, I was fucking dying at the end of the night. Like, I was like, I'm so fucking tired.
That was my hope for third strike. I was like, well, maybe he'll fall asleep mid match, and I can.
Fucking John was sitting there fucking housing pre at workout.
Yeah, I had G Fuel.
Yeah,
I'm not
that
my official sponsor, man. They gave me a discount code and everything. That stuff is the reason I won. Sponsor me, please. Give
Oh
me
yeah.
money.
I had to drink that G Fuel to get myself like awake, because I was
Yeah, you were passed out on the wall a couple times.
I think I remember somebody saying like, what's that, your second one, your first one, your DC boy? And I was like, oh, it's my third. And then he goes, damn. And I mean, I didn't even know like if that was impressive or not.
I was impressed. You tell me, look how good you did. Being blitzed.
Oh yeah, for some of them I was just like, huh. Didn't say anything after. But
So what were some of your guys' favorite moments from the night?
I mean, it sounds narcissistic, but 2 moments involved me, which is bad. But I mean, I really like the double KO with Ken and I. That might be my favorite, just because what the hell are the odds? And then I really liked running it back in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That was very, that was my highlight. But if I choose one, it wasn't me. It was Flora's chicken salad. It was amazing. I should have eaten more of them.
One of the things that we added this year to Juan Bash was once you made top 6, you got to do your own entrance, like wrestling style entrance, which I think led to some of the funniest moments of the nights and some of my favorites. So entrances were definitely a good add. I like John's.
John's was
yeah, John's is
hilarious.
good.
Everyone knows "Build Me Up, Buttercup." Everyone singing along to that was magical.
Yeah. John, you said you had a story about Mr. Doctor or Guy person.
Oh, I mean, I think it was basically the fact that I think I had to go up against him first in Mortal Kombat after how good he was in Tekken, and that was basically like my hardest match. I mean, he was just really good in everything, but yeah, that was basically my story, was just how good he was and how my first match of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 felt like a finals.
Cool.
That was
Yeah.
cool.
I think mine was like the avenging the teabagging. I think that was pretty. I wasn't awake or aware too much of like what was going on and just kind of chilling. But then once that happened, I was just like, oh no. And then I was turned on, I turned it on for like 5 minutes and then avenged it and then called it a day. I think that was my favorite
Good
one.
motivator. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like, nah, not on me. But yeah, that's probably my favorite.
Don't teabag everybody. It's fucking stupid as shit.
Yeah, I mean, you look bad when you lose when you teabag, and especially teabagging people that have never played certain games before. It's
Especially teabagging somebody that's sitting directly next to you. Like if you're teabagging's for like some immature 12-year-old kid to begin with, or if you're gonna do it, it's online, so you're communicating disrespect. We're playing online. We're playing in-person matches. You're 4 inches away from the person next to you. Like if you want to talk some shit, but don't do that fucking lame ass stuff. So teabagging's lame as shit. Don't do it, kids.
Only in Halo.
Only you. I'm not hip. I'm fairly new to the FGC. So I don't know like all like the disrespectful or stuff. So this is kind of all new to me. I'm pretty sure there's people here that also it's new to. So just being aware, everybody, that it's a sign of disrespect. Brian, anything that was enjoyable for you that night? Like, what were your favorite stuff?
So I made up a cocktail in honor of joining the DCBoyz called the DCBoyz cocktail. And I've never given this group of people a drink that they haven't gladly taken and drinking. I will add any mixture of anything, and these people will fucking down it like champions. So I was giving out DCBoyz drinks all day, and people. That was my favorite part. I think people were liking it, and
Dude, people
Ken
are loving it.
Ken asked me for. You're acting like I pushed that on you. You came up to me. Maybe the first one I asked if you wanted. You specifically came up to me and asked me for 2 refills. So
Because it was
that's not all.
good.
that's part of the conspiracy that it was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was too good. How come I was the only one with a third DC boy?
That's why you're passed out under the pool table.
Hey. What? What?
I think everybody had a good match and everybody had a hype moment. So like that's one of my favorite things is that we played so many games and like, everybody I feel like everybody had a chance to shine. Like Marlene came in and got a win. Adabelle won on her huge run. Like
Yeah.
everybody was getting a shot and everybody was showing what they can do. So yeah, seeing everybody do well was cool.
Yeah, that was something I really liked. Seeing people, all kinds of people, just performing very well. Like I was really happy to see John do well in this tournament because I don't know if I mentioned it here, but he doesn't really play games. Like he's busy with his own life, but this is his place where he can enjoy himself, like be a kid again. And that's basically what it was for him. And I think memories came back as he was playing, and he did very well at Tekken in an old game that he used to play, and also Mortal Kombat. So that was pretty cool to see that. And like Ryan said, Adabelle doing well in Killer Instinct, and Roman doesn't really play these games. He started coming out last year at the same time as Ken at
Yeah.
Double Impact.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, and the only fighting game that he plays is Mortal Kombat. And but he said he had a lot of fun. He started to see himself progress in these games. He did a lot better than he thought he would, and his favorite moment was beating Adabelle.
Yeah, I remember when I first met him, all those months ago, and we were both like, oh, we don't really know each other because it's my first time hanging out with you guys, right? And so me and Roman were talking, and we were just like, "Oh, we're just gonna do our best because it was my first time, and it was his first time, and we were just like cheerleaders for each other." And this time it was cool too because he was doing well and he was progressing. Because I remember the last time he was like, "Hell no, I ain't gonna go out like that the next time." So I remember him getting like hyped up to like come back and like progress. So it was cool. So
Yeah, that was cool. And also, like, No Limit. David doesn't play fighting games, and I think his first Wombash was it casuals or Ryan? Do you remember, or was it Wombash 2?
I think he was at Casuals.
Okay, so
Casuals.
that was his first Wombash, but that one, like, it was like what it was. It was casuals. We had a tournament in there.
Team event, yeah.
Yeah, but he's picking these games up, man. Like he's having fun playing fighting games, and that's what it's all about. It's just having fun, hanging out with the crew that you like, and forming new friendships. And he's pumped for the next one. Like I think there's rumors that he's going to start his own bash pretty soon. He's picking out his games right now as we speak.
I know he was telling me how much he likes Puyo Puyo Tetris. He picked it up and was playing through the story, and I know in that game he said he's almost going for 100%. And if you do 100% in that game, you're good at it. So
That's
I'm
cool.
betting he's gonna be a monster if we ever do that again.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'll be late for that tournament.
We'll save us. You're champion, so you get to go last. Don't worry, we'll wait for you.
It's all right. It's all right.
Also, one of the things that most people were saying that they loved about their favorite moment was, well, obviously Ryan's drink, the DCBoyz, but the other one was my mom's hot sauce. I was a big shock to me because I eat that stuff all the time, so I don't really care.
take
But,
that shit for granted,
But
man.
everybody's asking me like, "Yo, when can we have the next hot sauce? Like, can we get a get a copy or something?" So
Have your poor
um,
mom just start producing.
Dude,
yeah, we're gonna keep her in the kitchen. That's what's gonna happen. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so the hot sauce was a hit. Um, Adabelle said that her favorite moment was singing "Happy Birthday" to me because my birthday wasn't that day, but it was a couple days away, and everybody sang me a surprise "Happy Birthday." But I wasn't about that. I was about like trying to get the stuff
the
going.
tournament
I already
going.
knew. I already knew we had a lot to go through. So, but I really appreciate everybody um, that thought and remembered me. I really did feel it. So I appreciate you guys, everybody at the bash and you four, obviously. Um,
Shout
Sean's
out
favorite.
to wait,
Shout
shout out to
what,
Diana and who else was doing the
Caesar.
oh,
tracking?
oh, Caesar. Yeah, yeah. Shout out
Yes,
to Diana and
she's
Caesar for holding it down with the brackets. We had two
keeping it
levels.
moving.
Yeah, and they were keeping it moving. So I'm really thankful for their help that night. Um, Sean's favorite moment was the finals intro. So that was a pretty big hit. Like a lot of people really enjoyed that. Unfortunately, like it lingered. The tournament lingered pretty long, and there were some people that had to leave, but those who stayed, man, they had a lot of fun doing their finals entrances, like coming up with their songs, their dances. But holy shit, Ruber took the show with his entrance, man. Like I felt like we were back at a club in DC when I was when I was a kid, dude.
I feel like it was in the
um,
club, man.
He dialed
yeah,
it up to
man,
11, man.
that was awesome. You know
Our
what? You know what
intros
it
were like
felt like?
5 and 6. His was 11.
He was when I saw him coming in with his belt and like the lights were dark, like I felt like the heel was walking into the ring. Like that's what it felt like to me. Like the heel was coming through. And that was just awesome. That was just awesome to witness and see. So that was one of Sean's favorite moments. And also he said the Tekken matches were pretty insane, so he uh really loved that. Um, there's some other stuff in here, but I don't know. The Jello shots were a hit too. Can't forget the Jello shots. I mean, I had like five of them, man. Those things were pretty
Those
tasty.
those are crazy strong, man. I
Yeah,
had
those-
one and
those
I was
strong.
like, ugh, the one I got. So
Yeah, mysteriously, right?
I don't know.
No, they were strong. They were definitely strong, but they were also pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know anything else. I think everybody had fun. Even those who didn't participate were just there for moral support. Those who were casually playing, there was a full house the whole night. There was crowds behind the screens. There was cheering. There was good sportsmanship. Uh, I think this outclassed Juan Bash 2. I don't know by 2 times. But speaking of that, Juan Bash 2 was so hype compared to the first one. I had so much fun with Juan Bash 2, and I could not think of how much better Juan Bash 3 could be for 2. But now that we got 3 wrapped up, how is Juan Bash 4 gonna overcome what we did with 3?
It'll keep going.
That's my next question.
Eh, I think it's good to just not put pressure on it, just because
Have fun.
I think the charm of Juan Bash is there isn't pressure, right? To outdo somebody or to win, right? It's
Yeah.
about just eating good food, enjoying good company, and playing games that we wouldn't normally play, right? And meeting people we wouldn't normally meet. So
Yeah, I mean, just so even if you don't want to play fighting games, you should always come. We had like an NES Classics I had set up that all the games that people were on all day they were playing.
Yep, that's true.
I mean, stuff like that was just fun for people to play at. I know.
People were playing the arcade cabs too.
yeah,
Yep.
The arcade
You
cabs
don't
were.
you don't have to come and even compete, but there's just tons of free food and good company. There's stuff to play on the side. It's always a good time. Like I was trying to get some friends to come and they were worried about the aspect of like the fighting game tournament part. I'm like, no, it's a party, man.
Yeah, that's the drawback to a lot of people. But once they start coming, they
The
realize
moment they're there, yeah.
that doesn't matter anymore. Like they're just having fun, and
Yeah.
while they're having fun, they're progressing. I mean, the people that have been come since the beginning or have been adding on to, like, they've been getting better, which is awesome.
yeah,
I mean, yeah.
definitely.
The best part about Juan Bash is the people and the community that we made. So like playing games and shit is fun, but I love, I've made amazing friends through this. Uh, you know, I I'd like everybody that I've met at Juan Bash. So like I'm friends with everybody, and that's a rare thing. So, you know, just hanging with people and stuff is my favorite part of Juan Bash.
Yeah, cool.
So
I like Coco.
Coco.
So I think that'll wrap us up for this recap episode of Juan Bash. Uh, we'll coming back at you more regularly with more podcast ideas in the future. So go ahead and keep tuning in, keep letting us know, keep sending us comments, keep giving us likes, and we'll see you guys on the next Juan Bash podcast.
Bye.